Short-term ministry, by the way, is something that I honor CBM in doing. 2 to 6 projects they'll do from a national draw across the country. They also do international work. But we are about, I've had my third conversation with a person we wish to appoint 10 hours a week to, in fact, do community building and volunteer stuff in Western Canada. When you guys talk, by the way, at Altador about wells, I just want to be really brutal. It's all fine. I'm glad you're doing this stuff for Africa. I think that's really cool. But you know something? 40% of all Vancouver Island communities do not have a safe supply of water, whether it's storage or conduit or anything. And we have a moral obligation to start dealing with not only our First Nations people, but our impoverished mining villages, rural people. There is more rural poverty in this country than there is urban poverty, and I'm tired of our neglect of that. Absolutely tired of it. There are people that literally go hungry, and it's wrong. And we have a privilege and a need to deal with that. And that's part of why STM is going to do that kind of stuff. Bonavista, your foyer is a welcoming place. And the first part of faith and drawing people to faith is welcoming them so that they belong before they can ever believe, before they can ever grow in that faith. And I really enjoyed being at the first time last Friday night being at there. And that's, I'm sorry we have to. James, when you say that you may bring us models, you have brought us models, James. James, I am an immigrant. I'm from England. I never belonged and believed I was part of this country, and 2 things happened. One is someone who was not born in this country became Prime Minister. You can't become President of the States unless you're born in the States. You can in Canada. That's what happened to me. It happened to me when I was 25. And then when I was 45, an appeals court provision in the province of British Columbia said that unless everyone is part of a discussion about values in the school system, everyone's part of the table, including faith people, then you can't have a decent discussion. So I felt fine as a Christian, I could also be a Canadian. So I just felt that, and most of the people in your church were born in Canada. I wasn't, and I have felt that kind of isolation. I re-immigrated at the age of grade 6, and I was humiliated, got into fights, and was picked on for being someone who dressed oddly and had a funny accent. So I have a pathos and understanding of that totally. So I understand the stages of that, and you guys are modeling that, and the stuff, the chef stuff, all that kind of stuff is really cool. It annoyed me that Stu Dinsmore was talking about a menu. He's so fit. Anyone so fit talks about food is a pain.